Do you follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Welcome to the San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. Guys, finally the whole family's here. We got Christian and Aaron. We're all here in the same room. This will be a good time. Yeah.
We'll take a group selfie afterwards.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
or
nice.
during, maybe if you feel so inclined. So now that we're all here, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do our top 10. Then we're going to get to a new segment called Dunk or Dish, which is going to be fun. We'll explain that a little bit later. And then we'll get to our game picks. But guys, we got to start with our top 10. Aaron, who are your top 10 teams in San Diego?
All right, well, you guys know that Foothills just had a really big win over Sacred Heart, moved into the top 25 in the nation. They're my number one. Number two is Cathedral. Kind of defied all of us by beating Saints, so they've got to move to 2. I got Saints at 3. I've got, let me see, who have I at 4? Oh, Torrey Pines. A couple big wins this week. 5th, I've got Army-Navy. 6th, I've got La Jolla Country Day. 7th, I've got Kearney. 8th, I've got El Camino. 9th, I've got Poway. And 10th, I have San Marcos. And that's my top 10 for the week.
So I, on behalf of the San Diego Prep Insider team, will give our top 10. I've got a number 1, just like you, Foothills. Number 2, Cathedral. 3, Army-Navy. They got a big game this week against Country Day, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Saints at number 4. El Camino 5. Country Day 6. Mission Bay 7. Torrey Pines 8. Kearney 9. And San Marcos 10. So anything you want to add there, Christian? Some teams maybe left off?
Not necessarily left off. I'm just saying that San Marcos, I think, will get out of the double digits because you both had them lower down. They're a team that I think will keep getting better as the season goes on.
Yeah, they don't really, they're not expected to hit any resistance in the league with the exception of Escondido, so they could make a run.
So now we're going to get to our Dunk and Dish, which is a brand new segment that we're adding. So I'm going to say statement. You're either going to dunk it if you agree or you're going to dish it. If you disagree, first sentence, Aaron, Foothills Christian will be defeated by a San Diego team this year.
I'm going to dish that one off like a John Stockton pass. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. I don't see them getting any resistance from Army, Navy, Parker, or LJCD. And in the playoffs, I don't see them really encountering any resistance until either Saints or Cathedral. And they've already 30-piece of Saints. And Cathedral is, might be the only challenge, but I don't see it happening.
Maybe a Christian?
I'm going to dish it, but not as much confidence as the John Stockton level pass. You just got to figure that they are better than everybody else right now, but that's why you play the game. You've seen random things happen, kid gets sick, whatnot. I agree with the regular season. They're not going to run it into any issues. If anything's going to happen, it would be somehow someone sneaks up in the postseason and has a huge game to get them. But I'll go with addition on this.
So there's no way that they're going to get everyone's best shot at it the rest of the year. Maybe they don't sleep on a game. You don't think they're going to be able to get up for every single game.
Having a McDonald's All-American is just too good.
Short of that McDonald's All-American, getting hurt, it's not going to happen, TJ. I'm just saying. But, short of that, I don't think they're going to.
Like the bus would need to get lost on the way to the game, and the JV team has to play or something like that. That'd be the only way.
King Ralph, team picture,
right.
Electric shock, something other than that.
Something crazy has happened. Okay, so on our next Dunk or Dish, Austin Beach is the Division I player. Christian, we'll start with you this time.
I'll dunk it. He's got size, not just height. He's got the weight. He's big enough. He's strong enough. Coaches will take an opportunity on him.
Yeah, I think it's a slam dunk. Austin is about 6'6" now. Prototypical wing size, handles the ball, has gotten better each year as a shooter. And that's been the big knock on Austin with college coaches. Can he shoot consistently enough to keep defenses honest? I think he can. I think he is.
So 2 dunks there for Austin. Hey, congratulations, Austin, as far as we're concerned, you're a Division I player. Our third of the 4, Escondido right now at 9 and 8. Is this the real Escondido? This is a real Escondido, excuse me. Dunk or dish? Aaron?
I'm going to dish this one. I had a chance to talk to PJ Baldwin this morning. His team has more illness than a local hospital. They've been a MASH unit all year, and they've had some other undisclosed issues with their star guard, Marcus Hentley. He's back in the fold. They're finally over the virulence that has dogged them all year. I think we're going to see them get on a little bit of a run in the next few weeks.
I'll go ahead and I'll dunk it. I think that what we've seen at 9 and 8, as you said, has been hindered by a lot of big words that mean sick people. Are you getting paid by the syllable here? I like. But yeah, I think that now that we're into league and they're getting bigger home crowds, we're going to see more energy provided for the team, and they're not going to end the season anywhere near 500. They're going to be 5 or 6, 7 games above it.
Okay. So our final dunker dish, going to the South Bay. Modern Day is the best team in the South Bay. Christian, is that a dunk or a dish?
I'm going to dish it. I think they might have the best individual players in the South Bay, but I just have to say that probably Otay Ranch, San Ysidro both can shoot the ball well enough that if you match them up head to head, you're not going to get a decisive runaway to say that Modern Day is the best team in the South Bay.
And what do you think?
I am going to hesitantly dish it.
Maybe like a pump fake and a...
Yeah, pump fake and a dish. Personnel-wise, they clearly have the best personnel in the South Bay. But I think San Ysidro is very well coached and would give them a game if they played. They don't have a matchup head-to-head. But I do see, if those two were to theoretically match up, it would be a really close matchup. And, that's a nod to Terry Tucker. I don't know where he came with the Otay Ranch thing. I just saw him this weekend. Whew. But, San Ysidro definitely has got to be 1-1A with Modern Day.
Yeah, they look really good in the Bill Walton Basketball Festival with Country Day. Played them right down to the wire, so they definitely have a great team there. So now we're going to get to our game picks. Everyone loves these game picks. We got 5 games for you from this weekend, starting with Friday's games. We're going to go all the way down the line, so Aaron, we'll start with you for this one. La Jolla Country Day going to Army-Navy.
Wow. I'm going to have to pick Army-Navy. Hesitantly. Again, okay. I'm hesitating and pump faking all day on this one. I like Army-Navy starting 5. They have no one beyond their starting 5.
I was going to say, what else do you like on their team?
There's only 5 contributors. But I like their starting 5 and the size of Aziz Sek and Richard Polanco to overwhelm the younger Tories. I think it's a close game. I think it's decided within 5 points either way. But I'm going to have to go with Army-Navy.
I'm going to go with Country Day. For everything that you said about the physical size, Country Day can counter with the 3-point shooting.
Agreed.
And there's just going to eventually become that moment where they're going to force Army-Navy out to the perimeter and limit the touches in the paint for Sek and Polanco. So I'm going with Country Day on this one. So
full disclosure, being a Tory, Ryan Meyer, one of my favorite coaches in the county. So obviously I got to go with Army-Navy, actually. Sorry.
Hey, Polanco, we have journalistic integrity here at SDPI, actually.
Yeah, Polanco and Sek, great players. But like you were saying earlier, Aaron, they really only play 5 to 7 guys, at 7 at most.
At most.
When there's foul trouble.
So if they get into foul trouble, Country Day's got a shot. But those 2 guys, man, they're just tough to guard. Country Day's still a little young, still a little raw. I got to go with the Warriors. Sorry, guys. So next game, we're going to start with you, Christian. It's going to be San Marcos traveling to Escondido, a team we just talked about.
We talked about talked about Escondido moving up in the ranks. This is going to be a really close one, but Johnny McWilliams and San Marcos are going to take it.
I'm going to have to go with San Marcos as well in this one.
We agree on everything. This is amazing. I love this.
It just, for all the reasons we discussed earlier, they're just now getting healthy. Marcus Hentley is just now getting back in the fold. And you have to remember, when all the teams were intact, San Marcos beat Escondido in that neutral game, triple overtime, 94-87 game. I think it's more of the same, but I think, like you said, Johnny McWilliams is an elite level talent.
He's Johnny McBuckets.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I see them pulling that one out.
At the risk of being boring, I take San Marcos as well. I think maybe some good luck for Johnny after the Fresno State-San Diego State game, where Fresno State almost pulled that thing off, so maybe that'll help rise up his game a little bit on Friday night. So third game, I'll start with the pick. This one, we've got Grossmont going Helix. I'm going to take Grossmont. I know we've been talking about them a little bit about, are they for real? But I think they've got control of Helix. Aaron, what do you think?
I'm going to rock the boat and go with Helix on this one.
Okay.
I'm probably going to regret that. But the reason why is that the physicality that Helix plays with, especially on the interior, they don't have any, 6'9" guys, but they have about 3 or 4 6'5" guys who are all really physical. And I mean, we saw this play out against Modern Day Catholic, where they banged with Miles Norris and Trey Anderson and took them out of their rhythm. I think they can do enough to maybe contain Tommy Rutherford, but and I'm not a big fan of Grossmont's supporting cast just yet. They're a year away, so I'm gonna say Helix wins the squeaker.
I'm gonna go with Grossmont. Helix has been a feast and famine team all season long. I've seen them hit trays with 2 seconds on the clock, people in their face to go ahead in games. I've also seen them just get absolutely boat raced. Mm-hmm. Tom Rutherford, on the other hand, is about as even keel of a interior player. I say that consistency beats excitement.
All right, so we're going to take Grossmont here for Christian. Our next game is Patrick Henry going to Hoover. Aaron, we're going to start with you on this one.
At Hoover, I think I'm going to take Hoover on this one, even though again, another pick I'll regret. Patrick Henry is one of those teams where they do a lot of things okay, but not one thing great. And I think playing at Hoover is, something that's a very difficult thing to do. Even when Hoover's down, they have a very raucous crowd. And they have two very, very talented players in Davon Bazo and Baka Gawala. I don't see any, I think it comes down to, can Baka Gawala overcome the physicality of Zach Savage in the middle? If he does, I think Hoover wins that one. And I'm going to pick Hoover.
Christian?
I'm going to go with Hoover. As you said, they're a home court advantage. I'm really big on the immaterial things deciding games sometimes. Yeah. If you have your home fans there cheering loud, it's not going to be a decisive game. It's not going to be a runaway, and either it's going to be that squeaker, as you said, but I think Hoover is going to take it.
I think it's going to be a squeaker too, but I will take Patrick Henry. I'll go with the Patriots on this one.
What I like about you take
all around
risks.
Pretty good team.
Yeah. You're far enough behind in the standings right now that you need to take some risks.
I think we both are.
Yeah. We'll get to the recap from last week in a little bit. Our final game, and so Christian, we'll go to you first on this one. It's from Saturday. It's a neutral site game. Coaches versus Cancer Classic. San Ysidro versus Valhalla at Montgomery.
I know we've just been giving a lot of love to San Ysidro, but it's going to be Valhalla. I'm taking Valhalla on this one.
I'm going to go San Ysidro. I mean, I saw them play early in the season. I was there at the Bill Walton thing, so I'm assuming with some extra games and stuff, they've gotten even better than that. So I'm going to go San Ysidro. I think we've got some good players.
San Ysidro lost one of their best players, Jesus Garcia. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome, and so his career is over. With that said, they play faster without Jesus Garcia in the lineup, and it's allowed a junior named Aaron Williams to really kind of come into his own. Valhalla, on the other hand, like we talked about feast and famine, Valhalla has been really difficult to gauge from week to week. And,
absolutely.
I think the consistency in the coaching will play a role in this. So I'm going to pick San Ysidro as well.
All right, so there's our picks for this week. Christian, you're leading the standings.
Thank you, Valhalla. Yeah. Or not Valhalla. Thank you, Valley Center. Thank you, Valley Center. And thank you, Valhalla, a week from now.
Sage Creek.
Sage Creek.
And you heard how Sage Creek won that game, right? In overtime, 3-pointer.
That's why we're coming up for you on Friday, Sage Creek.
Yeah, Sage Creek will be there on Friday. So everyone, please come out, be loud. We'll get you on TV. And any closing words, guys, for this week?
I'd like to say a closing word to just all the fan bases out there. Now that we're heading into league games and whatnot, I want to see who can be the best fan base in San Diego. So send us your reasons. Send us some Vines, Instagrams, whatever, Snapchats. If you want to send us a bunch of Polaroids in the mail, we'll accept those. But send it to SD Prep at SD Prep Insider, and because we're looking to cover not just the best games, but the best fans. That we want to give you guys love because you give us love back. So hit us up. Let us know where you think we should be coming and why you think we should be there.
Aaron, anything to add?
I just want to give a shout out to all of the AAU and grassroots basketball programs out in San Diego. San Diego All Stars, Game Point, Coastal Elite, California Bearcats, the Cougars, the next generations of the world. Your time's coming in a couple of months. It's my favorite time of the year. AAU season starting in March. Guys, get ready. It's going to be a good year.
And can I have one thing to add about the fan bases?
Please.
Yeah.
I love it at San Diego State. No more. I believe we can win.
Please kill that.
Done.
It's
over.
It's over.
Automatically, you will be the best student section in San Diego if you can just come up with something new.
Something else.
Please.
Something original.
That thing is, that's got to go. remember when they were doing the crazy Harlem Shake thing?
Yeah.
It's been that dead. It's been that long. It's just no more. Guys.
Yeah, that needs to sit in 2015. I think that.
I mean, I'm a broken record for giving love to Torrey Pines, but they were creative against LCC.
Oh.
They had some funny stuff going.
The Darth Vader, the war.
Darth Vader taking down the cat. Yeah.
Taking down the cat.
Yeah, so there's a lot of inventive kids out there. You're all smart children. Come up with something fun.
Yes.
Send it to us.
Send it to us, and we'll see you next week. And the best one, actually, if we get a good one, we're putting it on next week.
Yes.
All right.
It will happen.
It will happen. All right. We'll see y'all next week.
See you guys.